Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. How's it going? I've got a great video for you today, and I'm going to be talking about how to sell high margin products with ease on your Shopify or your e-commerce store. And this is a video that a lot of you have been asking me about. How do you sell higher margin products? And you know that I'm always talking about print on demand, right? And there are a ton of different print on demand products that you'd want to have in your store. For example, you'll have your staple products like t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, hats, right? Different pieces of apparel. And these are considered low ticket items, right? We're talking about $20 to $50. In terms of your selling price, you could typically have somewhere between 30 and 60% margin on these types of products. And these are products that people are always going to buy. So while they're not the highest margin product, you're always going to want to have products like these in your store. If you're doing print on demand, there'd be absolutely zero reason why you wouldn't want to have t-shirts in your store. And if you're not sure if people buy multiple t-shirts, go ahead and look in your closet right now. And of course, you'll see multiple shirts. You're going to buy 5 or 10 more this year and 5 or 10 more next year. And it's a product that you'll always be buying. So with print on demand, of course, there's no risk in having products in your store. These low ticket items are definitely necessary and definitely going to be a part of your business. But there's also tons of high-end, high-ticket items on print on demand and just in terms of drop shipping / traditional e-commerce as well. On the print on demand side, we're talking about wall canvas and framed prints. These could be products that sell upwards of $600 to $700. Very high ticket, high margin, sometimes 200, 300% margin in terms of just having a huge profit per sale. So obviously we want to include those in our store as well. And these work with print on demand as well. Talking about like framed canvas prints, framed artwork, right? These have high ticket, high price tags on them. And they also have high margins, which means more profit. And of course you have your traditional e-com products too, like high-end products like mattresses, furniture, equipment. This is where the ticket price can get in the thousands of dollars. And obviously with a high ticket item like that, you're going to have high margins as well. So why do we sell high ticket products? Pretty simple, right? When you sell high ticket products, you have higher profit margins, right? There's more money to be made on the profit side. There's more money to be used for customer acquisition. There's more reason for you to put in your time and resource to go ahead and close that sale because you're going to be able to make more profit, more money when you close it, when you make that sale. Right, so high ticket basically means more money in your pocket. Now, what are some of the pros and cons of higher ticket products? Of course, higher margin means more profit, like I just mentioned, and that's the number one advantage. That's the big pro here. That's why everyone wants to sell high margin products, right? We don't want to make our customers spend more money just for the sake of making them spend more money. We want them to spend more money because we want to make more money, right? We want to profit more. And that leaves us a lot more room for ad spend. That leaves us a lot more room to dedicate resource to actually closing a sale. Let's say you're selling a $24 t-shirt as opposed to a $250 canvas print. Of course, you're more motivated to get that customer to convert on that $250 sale. That's just human nature, right? You're going to expend more energy to make more money. And yes, that is a challenge as well, right? More expensive does mean a longer buying process. But that's why, there's kind of reward in any work that you put in here on the high ticket side. Let's say, for example, picking up the phone and calling your customer to close the deal, right? It's worth it when you have margins of $100, $200, $300, $500. While it is a different buying process, it's one that has a lot more reward. I think this next point, trust, service, policies, branding. I think this is kind of obvious for really any business at any level, whether you're selling $1 items or $1,000 items. You want to build a trustworthy environment. So this isn't necessarily specific to high ticket items, but definitely the more trustworthy your site is, the more trustworthy your service is, the easier chance you're going to get to actually have your customer convert. So let's talk about a couple of different examples, right? We have a canvas print on the left. You see a nice thick, it's about a 1.5 inch thick canvas print. It's a really high perceived value product. At that size, it's about a 24 by 36. We're talking about, a couple of $100 on the sale price, say $250 on the sale price. We've seen even some brands go way higher than that as well. And then on your right, you got a awesome cat t-shirt. Of course, cat t-shirts run the internet. And this one's about $24.99. And margin-wise, you're going to make about $13 margin on here. On the canvas, you can make a couple $100 in margin depending on how you price it. So obviously, not all products are equal in terms of margin. And that's why we really focus on always including those high-end print-on-demand products in our store, like those framed prints and those thick canvas prints. So how do you close the deal on your Shopify store, right? It is a longer buying process, but how do you actually close the deal? And it's very easy. You use Partially, and I'm going to show you over the shoulder exactly how powerful Partially is and how you're going to be able to convert and close sales with canvas prints, mattresses, anything high-end, the same way and the same rate that you convert your low-ticket items. So let's go over the shoulder, and I'm going to show you Partially right now. So this is Partially, and it is the solution for setting up customer-friendly, flexible payment plans. And this works directly with your Shopify store. And the best part is this works with any type of product you're selling. It doesn't matter if you're doing high ticket, low ticket, print on demand, drop ship, your own custom product, a service, an agency, it doesn't matter. You're able to use Partially, and you're going to be able to set up payment plans that are going to make it super easy for you to close the sale, even on higher ticket items. You're going to set up these payment plans, flexible payment plans that allow the customer to make payments in a way that works for them. And that's just going to open you up to tons and tons of more customers, right? Especially those that may be price sensitive, that maybe leave your store or abandon a shopping cart based on the amount of money that they need to spend. You're going to allow them to set up flexible payment plans. And that's what's really powerful. You see over here, they say stop losing sales, right? It's the whole idea here that you're going to be able to set up flexible payment plans that work for your customers. And that in turn is going to allow you to create more customers who are not price sensitive or who are able to spend X amount of dollars today and set up a payment plan and actually go ahead and purchase that product. They're going to be able to pay at a rate that matches their own financial needs. And that's what's so powerful. Again, I highly recommend using Partially in your Shopify store. You can see the link directly below this video in order to jump right into it. I'm going to walk you through over here. And of course, this works with all of the big e-com platforms. This works with FreshBooks, QuickBooks as well if you're doing manual invoicing. But of course, we care most about Shopify. And really, it's all about providing freedom for your customer. And the flexibility is really the key here. You can see this screenshot over here. There's literally drop downs where there's options for the customer to say, okay, I'd like to pay every 2 weeks, or I'd like to pay every 3 weeks, or I'd like to pay every 2 months. And I'd like to set a $10 down payment or a $7 down payment. And I'd like the payment plan to last for 4 months, right? Literally, they can pick and choose. And of course, you as the store owner, you have control over what options to give them. But inside of those options, the customer literally gets to choose. And it says over here, it's a little bit small, it says it can be anything between 1 and 4 weeks. You get to set those parameters, and then the customer gets to pick. And think about how powerful that is. Inside of your Shopify store, customer finds a product that they want, and you see tons and tons of positive testimonials. Over 6,000 businesses, some big brands, are using Partially for their flexible payment plans. But think about the power on the customer side of things. They find a product that they really like, right? You run good Facebook ads, you find that perfect customer. Unfortunately, the price is a little bit out of their range. They could set up a payment plan, right? And now instead of a customer just abandoning your store, you now give them the flexibility to kind of figure out what best fits their finances, and then they're able to go ahead and make that purchase, right? You could increase, so as you see over here, increasing cash flow in terms of deriving cash flow from people that would have left your store, right? You're just providing them with this Partially payment plan to make it as easy as possible for them. So here's a little demo store, and you can see the Purchase with Partially button is directly below the Add to Cart button. It gives you a different option to pay, and you see that this is a $2,900 item, but there are flexible payments. So of course you could just add the product to cart as normal. This would be your traditional Shopify checkout, or you can purchase with Partially, and you can come over here and take a look. Right, basically we have the plan set up here. It says, okay, speaking directly to the customer, I will pay $1,500 today and $58 per week for the next 6 months. And guess what? You could edit that, right? You could change the different numbers. And you see it could be any amount between $1,522.50 and $2,436. Guess what? These numbers are set up by you, the store owner. If you want to allow them to make a $1 down payment, you could do that as well. right? But we can come over here, say, okay, I'm gonna spend $2,000 today. That's as much as I can afford. I can't afford $2,900, but I can afford $2,000. And then I'm gonna set up my plan in terms of my payments. And again, you could change everything, right? Maybe you wanna pay it off a little bit quicker. And you see everything changing as you change the frequency, change the duration, right? I'm gonna pay every 2 weeks. I'm gonna pay every 1 week. I'm gonna make this last for 5 months, right? You see your numbers totally change. Complete flexibility. This isn't just a one-size-fits-all payment plan. This is why Partially is so popular. It gives this flexibility. No one else is doing this in terms of actually offering flexibility. All right, again, let's say the customer wants to spend a little bit more. They'll spend $2,400. You'll see that their numbers will change based on the different information that they put in here, right? Maybe they want to pay it off in only 3 months, right? You see that their payments go up. You see they want to spend or get charged every 3 weeks instead, right? That's totally doable as well. They have full control over how they can check out. And you go to the Partially checkout, be able to come over here, just create your account. Come over here, you enter in all of your personal information, for example, shipping and all that stuff. Go to the next step, and then you get to your create payment plan. So we were previewing it before, and then we're gonna come over here and set our numbers. And again, you'll see everything change as we set everything up. I'm gonna do 3 months. I wanna get charged every 2 weeks, and I'm gonna make a $2,000 down payment. So you see the terms of the payment plan. I will pay $2,000 today, and then I will pay $175.50 every 2 weeks for the next 3 months. And maybe I feel like that payment is too high, okay? I'll increase the term, okay? And then I could lower the payment. Okay, you have full flexibility over what you want to do. You see all the details over here. This is the Partially checkout, and you can proceed to check out into the next page. You see it generates the actual terms over here, and it's literally going to show the payment dates as well. So again, we set this up, and it says, okay, I acknowledge $2,000 to be charged today, and here is the payment calendar. Okay, so very, very, very solid. Of course, you could pay with card, you could pay with US bank account, which is super powerful here. Again, giving tons of flexibility. This is all about finding customers and giving them the flexibility to become a customer today rather than them just leave, right? We want to give them flexibility. We want to collect their money. We want them to become a customer, and we're going to give them the ability to do that through flexible payment terms. So we come over here and just enter in all the information. This is a sample. Okay, and enter in all this, and we will process the down payment. And of course, this is just a demo account, so nothing's actually getting charged here. Just use the little sample card here. But there you go, payment plan confirmed. Got a little offer over here we'll close out. And now this is our confirmation page, our order confirmation, and our payment schedule. So we'll be able to go in and take a look at this. We'll be able to see this update as it goes through. You see all the different payment plans out here. The next one is set up to be 2 weeks from now. And why is that? Because that is the plan that we chose. So tons and tons and tons of ways to allow your customer to check out, allow you to get paid, allow your customer to get a product that you want. It's a win-win here, and it creates that flexibility. And that's why Partially is so popular. Again, it's used by over 6,000 businesses in 25 countries. It's definitely the most trusted form of payment plan, especially for Shopify. You might have even seen it on some of your competitor stores. I use it myself, and I highly recommend you check it out. They even have a really cool abandonment cart feature in here now that works automatically. Let's say someone abandons checkout, you're going to be able to set up that email follow-up system as well. So really, really powerful. Highly recommend it. Please take a look at the link directly below this video. And I know this is going to help you make some money because it's going to turn customers or potential customers who couldn't purchase into real paying customers. And that just means more money in your pocket. So check out Partially. Again, highly recommended. If you have any questions, please leave a comment on this video, and I'll talk to you real soon.